Hi, it's the Black Bonsai guy, and I'm back here again today. Today we're going to be cleaning up this geranium. As you can see, the blooms have been spent already, so I'll be trimming it back a bit so that we can get another bloom on it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so the two tools we're going to use for the day is, I got this little small pruner that allows you to get in there and make tight cuts, and then I got these right here, these shears. Don't need anything special, there's something to do the cuts. The first thing I do is I get up in here and I look at my soil line, and I look at the soil, make sure you don't have any pests or any bugs in there growing, and everything looks pretty good. The next thing I do is I start to take away the stuff that's dead. So for instance, that has to go. So I just throw it on the ground for now. Do a little clean up. And most of the dead branches are just falling off. Now what you could do is you could take those leaves and throw them back into this container and let them break down and start to give those nutrients back. I won't do it this time because I have a whole bunch of leaves from a willow tree that I typically use. You see these are just falling off. Got some rope on there for when I did something in the past. Most of this is just falling off. It doesn't hurt it to do this. You can just knock all of that off. Off, no big deal. All right, I think I have all of the dead leaves and branches off now. Now what I want to do is, oh, still have a few more. I want to take away any branches that are crossing or going back into the plant. So this branch is pretty good. We have some crossing up here. It's actually a branch right here. It's in the middle of the plant. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out very gently. You see those roots? Put those in another pot and you can start another plant. And that's what I'll do. Just cut off any dead stuff. Put them on the side for now. Cutting off any dead flower tips. There's a branch over here that's dead. Most of this is just breaking off. It was ready to go. It's the importance of doing good haircuts, you know. If you never smelled a geranium before, it has a very distinctive smell. I actually enjoy smelling it. Almost in the same distinctive smell like a citronella plant would have. In fact, I think geraniums do secrete some type of oil that keeps pests away. Let me know if I'm right on that. It's been a minute since I studied these. I call these like the grandma plant. Everybody grandmother had these. That was a plant that a limb that was growing back into the bush. It was crossing. I got this branch. Let's see if I can spin it right here. Hopefully you can see that. Where you have two coming off. That's not gonna work. So I'll cut this back. Again, you cut that below a node on a 45-degree angle. That'll make another one. Another plant, that is. And I'm removing this stuff that's growing back into the plant because I want to let light come through so it gets better circulation. Now, I don't want to cut these two branches, so I'm gonna do something that's pretty groovy. Give me a sec. All right, I'm back. So if you can see, these two branches, this one and this one, are pretty close to each other. I don't want to cut it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these tree separators. If you look at my plant haul for May, I talk about these plant separators, or branch separators rather, and I'm just going to insert this here and counter it over here, and then that'll allow these two to have some space and life. All right, I'll continue. Now, you see this one right here. Technically, it's growing back into the tree, but this is a geranium. I like it to flower, so I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna trip too much on it. Continue to remove these. That I'm not damaging it by knocking it off. These guys are actually ready to come off. So now I will start to clean up some other things. So I got this separator here that's separating this branch, and this branch. I kind of want to push it further away, so I'm going to move it up that way. I like that a little bit better. And then I'm going to start cleaning up these interior leaves so that the sun can come down and they can get hit. They can get light, because if they don't get light, they'll just die off. Might as well take this off, even though this is still fresh, almost fresh. I feel like it's still too crowded, and I don't like this because we have a fundamental violation over here. See, this branch is curling back in and then coming up. So I think the correction really should be there. Too much. Here's a shorter one. There we go. Now you see this branch is touching this. I'm gonna take this off. Again, another plant. I really want to cut these two off. I really do. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm gonna leave as is. See if we can get some separation going this way. If I had one more, push this out to here. There we go. I like that much better. Much more light can get in there, much more air. Everything is trained to grow the way I want it to, at least for this geranium. I think what I'll do is just balance the tree now. Give it a prune on the tops. Take this off. Another tree. I'll top him here. Let's do him here. Another tree. I'll leave these wood spaces in there for about 6 weeks. Then after 6 weeks, I'll take them out. And you see these two branches, really close. I'll take the 6-inch and I'll spread these further this way, and everything will kind of be growing like that. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'll just give this some time. All right, I'm good with that. So I'll put the rest of the leaves back over the soil. I got some over here that I cut off. Put those back down. If your leaves have any disease, mold, mildew, or any pests, throw them away, get them out your yard. I'll let those in these flowers. You know, when you add fertilizer to your plants, your macronutrition, like humans, our macros that we need are fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. Well, for plants, theirs is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So all we're doing is giving the macros right back to the plant. So you can put those down here. The dead ones that I cut off, I won't throw those in there. I'll gather up some leaves from across the yard and I'll just put those over the top of it. And the reason why I'm doing that is in Tucson, Arizona, as you can tell, it's hot. And we're about to go into our summer months, our real summer months. And the more mulch you have on the top of the container, the more water is held in there, and the better for the plant. Keeps it cool. So I did this cut, and you would expect to see this rebound probably in the next 4 or 5 days. Within the next, I say 14, you should see more flowers coming back out. and I'll do a follow-up video. But that is it for today. I appreciate you all for joining in. It's the Black Bonsai Guy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with a friend, and hopefully this will encourage some of you to get into gardening. That's it. I'll be back.